The sound cuts through the Grand Meridian ballroom like a blade through silk. Not music. Not conversation. A child's voice. No. Every alpha in the room turns. Crystal chandeliers tremble overhead, casting fractured light across marble floors slick enough to reflect the stunned faces of 100 syndicate elites. The scent of expensive cologne and territorial dominance thickens the air until it tastes metallic on the tongue. At the center table, beneath a ceiling painted with angels that have never known suffering, sits a pup no bigger than a loaf of bread. Keo Blackthorn. 3 years old. Dressed in a suit worth more than most families' yearly income. His plate sits untouched. Gold-rimmed porcelain holding food arranged like art. He crosses his arms. "I'm not eating," Keo announces. The declaration echoes. Waiters freeze mid-pour. Security stiffens along the perimeter. A senator's fork clatters against china. Beside the pup, twin alphas sit like matching statues carved from cold ambition. Kane Blackthorn leans forward. His movements are controlled, precise, the kind of deliberate calm that precedes violence. The scar along his jawline catches the light, a pale thread against golden skin. Keo. His voice drops low enough to make weaker alphas flinch 3 tables away. This meal cost more than most people make in a year. The pup shakes his head. Brown curls bounce. His bottom lip trembles. "I won't eat," Keo insists, voice cracking with tears he refuses to let fall, "until Papa kisses me." The room holds its breath. Kale Blackthorn, the other twin, the strategist, the one who smiles before he ruins you, goes perfectly still. His silver eyes sharpen. "Papa?" Kale repeats. Each syllable falls like a judge's gavel. Keo doesn't look at either uncle. He points. Past the champagne fountains. Past the security detail. Past every powerful alpha who could crush him with a thought. He points at the service corridor entrance. At the Omega clutching a silver tray with white-knuckled hands. The Omega's eyes go wide. Prey recognizing the trap after it's already sprung. Gasps ripple through the crowd like wind through wheat. "Who," Kane begins, voice soft as a funeral shroud, "is that?" The pup wriggles free of his chair. His dinosaur hooded jacket drags behind him like a cape as he toddles across the marble. Each small footstep echoes in the sudden silence. He stops at the Omega's legs. Wraps his arms around them. Buries his face into the fabric of worn jeans that cost less than the napkins folded on the tables. "Papa," Keo whispers. Loud enough for every enhanced alpha hearing to catch. Papa came back. The Omega's breathing stutters. Audible. Panicked. The tray in his hands trembles. 100 pairs of eyes fix on him like targeting lasers. The twins rise from their seats. In perfect synchronization. The temperature in the room drops 10 degrees. What happens when a child claims the wrong Omega in front of the deadliest alphas alive? Keep watching. Eren Vale's legs nearly give out. The ballroom blurs at the edges, too many faces, too much attention, air too thick with alpha pheromones that make his Omega instincts scream, submit, run, hide. He can't do any of those things. Because a pup is clinging to him like a lifeline. Eren's voice cracks. He swallows, forces words past the terror clogging his throat. "I don't know him. I swear, I don't." Kane Blackthorn moves like a predator. Not fast. Purposeful. Each step measured, boots clicking against marble in a rhythm that matches Eren's racing heartbeat. He stops 3 feet away. Too close. Close enough that Eren can smell the expensive bourbon and gunpowder residue that clings to the alpha's tailored suit. Explain. One word. A command that makes Eren's knees want to buckle under the sheer weight of alpha pressure flooding the space between them. Eren forces himself upright. His fingers dig into the silver tray hard enough that the metal edge bites into his palms. He wandered into the staff kitchen earlier, Eren says, words tumbling out too fast. About an hour ago. He wouldn't stop crying. He said the food smelled wrong. You touched my nephew. Kale's voice cuts in from the side. Ice sharp. Surgical. Eren flinches. His sense spikes with fear, honeysuckle turning acrid, sweet rotting into panic. Every alpha in the room inhales. Several straighten with interest. Eren's stomach turns. I only held his hand, he stammers. He was scared. Shaking. I couldn't just. You couldn't? Kane tilts his head. The movement's serpentine. An unbonded Omega approaches a syndicate heir. Alone. Without permission. Without escort. His gaze drags down Eren's body like a physical touch. Taking inventory. Wearing that. Heat floods Eren's face. Shame burns hotter than fear. His clothes are clean but cheap. Jeans with frayed hems. A faded hoodie beneath the catering company vest. No sense suppressant strong enough to hide what he is. Virgin Omega. Unclaimed. Vulnerable. Fresh meat in a room full of apex predators. I didn't approach him, Eren says, voice trembling but steady. He found me. He wouldn't let go. He kept saying. Papa smells safe, Kyo interrupts. His small voice muffled against Eren's leg. Papa promised to stay. Eren's breath hitches. I didn't promise that. You kissed him. Kale steps closer. His shadow falls across Eren's face. Where? It's not a question. Eren's heart slams against his ribs. His forehead. Once. To calm him down. It was innocent. Just comfort. He wouldn't stop. Innocence. Kane laughs. The sound holds no humor. An Omega touches syndicate property and calls it innocent. Property. The word lands like a fist to Eren's gut. Kyo whimpers. His grip tightens on Eren's jeans. No kiss, no eating, the pup declares. Stubborn. Shaking. Tears streaming down round cheeks. Papa has to kiss me again or the food stays bad. Murmurs explode across the hall. Eren stares at the twins in horror. At the pup clinging to him like he's drowning. At the trap closing around all three of them with steel teeth. Kane's expression shifts. Something colder than anger settles in his eyes. You will do it again, he says softly. Now. An Omega faces an impossible choice in front of 100 witnesses. The cost of refusing? His life. The cost of obeying? His freedom. Eren can't breathe. The command hangs in the air like a noose. Every survival instinct screams at him to run. To drop the tray, shove past the pup, sprint for the service exit and never stop running until he's 3 cities away from this nightmare. But Kyo is looking up at him. Eyes swollen from crying. Bottom lip trembling. Small hands fisted in Eren's jeans like he's the only solid thing in a world that keeps shifting under tiny feet. I can't, Eren whispers. His voice barely audible beneath the weight of 100 stares. Please. I'm unbonded. I'm a virgin Omega. If I submit to an alpha command in public, He doesn't finish. He doesn't need to. Every alpha in the room knows what happens to virgin Omegas who show submission. How fast the claiming instinct triggers. How easily a simple gesture becomes a permanent bond when sense mix and instincts override reason. The hall erupts. Is he refusing the blackthorns? A virgin Omega. Did you see his scent markers? Completely untouched. Bold or stupid? Kale's jaw flexes. His silver eyes track across Eren's face like he's solving an equation. Analyzing variables. Kane smiles. It's worse than anger. You refuse us, Kane says. Calm. Conversational. The tone he uses before ordering executions. Security moves. Two alphas in black suits step forward from the perimeter. Hands moving toward concealed weapons. Eren backs up. His shoulders hit the wall beside the service corridor. Trapped. The silver tray crashes to the floor. Kyo screams. The sound is primal. Terrified. A child watching his only source of safety get destroyed right in front of him. No! Kyo throws himself to the marble. His small body convulsing with sobs so violent he gags. Papa didn't do bad. Papa's good. Don't hurt Papa. The pup's distress scent floods the room. Bitter. Wrong. The smell of a child's fear mixed with something darker, abandonment, trauma, desperation so deep it has a physical taste. Several omegas in the crowd gasp. One faints. The twins freeze. Kale's expression cracks. Just for a second. A hairline fracture in the marble mask he wears. Alpha Kane. A doctor rushes forward, medical bag already open. She drops to her knees beside the pup. Her hands shake as she pulls out monitoring equipment. Sir, his stress levels, cortisol is spiking. If he doesn't calm down in the next 60 seconds, he could seize. His heart. She doesn't finish. She doesn't need to. Eren sees it. The moment the Blackthorn twins realize their power just shattered against the will of a 3-year-old who's too traumatized to eat. Kyo's sobs turn to choking. His small body arching. Fingers clawing at the floor. Eren breaks. Not for the alphas. For the child. Wait. His voice cuts through the chaos. Steady. Clear. The kind of calm that settles over people when they've already made the decision that will destroy them. I'll do it. The hall goes silent. Eren steps forward. Security moves to block him. Let him through, Kale orders. The alphas part. Eren crosses the marble floor. Each step echoes. His hands tremble as he kneels beside the pup. Cold stone bites into his knees. He cups Kyo's small, tear-streaked face with shaking fingers. This is not a promise, Eren whispers. Only loud enough for Kyo to hear. This is just comfort. Just kindness. Nothing more. Okay? Kyo nods frantically. Desperately. Eren leans in. 3 seconds of silence. The room holds its breath. Eren presses the softest, briefest kiss to the pup's forehead. Nothing more. Nothing wrong. Everything changes anyway. One kiss rewrites 3 destinies. But whose future just ended and whose finally began? The change is instant. Kyo's breathing evens. His sobs slow to hiccups. His small body uncurls from the defensive ball he'd collapsed into, muscles relaxing one by one like tension draining from a wound spring. He blinks up at Eren. Then smiles. The expression is so pure, so uncomplicated, that it physically hurts to witness. Papa's magic works, Kyo whispers. He reaches up, wraps his arms around Eren's neck, and buries his face into the Omega's shoulder. The bad smell went away. Eren's chest constricts. He doesn't move. Doesn't pull away. Just stays frozen on his knees while the pup's heartbeat slows against his collarbone, while tiny fingers grip his hoodie like he might disappear if Kyo lets go. The ballroom erupts. Did you see? He calmed instantly. What kind of Omega? The Blackthorn heir just imprinted. Impossible, he's not even bonded. Voices layer over each other. Some odd. Some outraged. Others calculating already running numbers on what this scene means for territory negotiations, alliance treaties, power balances that just shifted on the fulcrum of a 3-year-old's attachment. Eren lifts his gaze. Meets Kane Blackthorn stare across 6 feet of marble that might as well be a chasm. The alpha's expression is unreadable. But his nostrils flare. Scenting. Analyzing. Realizing. An Omega just accomplished what an empire of power could not. Kale moves first. He crosses to where Eren kneels, stopping close enough that his Italian leather shoes enter Eren's peripheral vision. Stand, Kale says. Not a command. Not quite. Something in between. Eren tries. His legs don't cooperate. Shaking too hard. Adrenaline crash hitting like a freight train now that the immediate crisis has passed. Kale's hand appears in his line of sight. Palm up. Offering. Eren stares at it like it might bite. I don't, he swallows. I did what you asked. I calmed him. I need to go. My shift. Your shift is over, Kane interrupts. He's beside his twin now. They flank Eren like pillars. Immovable. You're coming with us. Ice floods Eren's veins. No, I can't. We need to understand why our nephew chose you. Kale's voice drops lower. Intimate. The kind of tone used in interrogation rooms. We need to know what you did to him. I didn't do anything. Then you won't mind answering questions. Kane's smile doesn't reach his eyes. Privately. The word hangs heavy with implication. Eren's sense spikes. Fear. Panic. The bitter edge of an Omega realizing he's been backed into a corner with no exits. Kyo stirs against his shoulder. Papa comes home with us, the pup mumbles. Already half asleep. Exhausted from the emotional hurricane. Papa stays. Papa's safe there. Eren's breath catches. Safe. That word again. The doctor clears her throat. Alpha Kane, the pup needs rest. Extended separation from the Omega at this point could trigger another episode. His cortisol. We're aware. Kale cuts her off. His gaze never leaves Eren's face. Which is why the Omega will be accompanying us. For the pup's health. Not a request. A cage disguised as concern. Eren opens his mouth to protest. Security moves in. 3 alphas in black suits form a loose perimeter. Escort formation. The message is clear, you're leaving with us. The only question is whether you walk or we carry you. Kyo nuzzles deeper into Eren's neck. Trusting. Content. Completely unaware that his papa just became a prisoner. The Omega saved the pup, but who will save the Omega from the alphas who now own him? The penthouse sits 40 stories above the city. Floor-to-ceiling windows showcase a view worth more than most people's homes, light spreading across the darkness like fallen stars, the river cutting through it all like a silver scar. Eren sees none of it. He sits on a leather couch so expensive it doesn't creak. Hands folded in his lap. Eyes fixed on the marble coffee table where someone has placed a glass of water he hasn't touched. Kyo sleeps in the next room. Finally calm. Finally safe. Eren is neither. Kale paces near the windows. His movements controlled but restless. A predator confined to a space too small for his nature. Kane leans against the bar, arms crossed, watching Eren like he's a puzzle that doesn't fit the box it came in. The silence stretches. Eren counts his heartbeats. Tries to slow his breathing. Fails. How long have you been unbonded? Kale asks. His tone neutral. Clinical. Eren's jaw tightens. My whole life. Virgin Omega. Kane's voice holds curiosity instead of judgment. How did you manage that in this city? By being invisible. The answer slips out before Eren can stop it. Raw. Honest. Both twins pause. Eren continues, words spilling like water from a cracked dam. I work 3 jobs. I live in a studio apartment the size of your bathroom. I wear sense suppressants strong enough to give me nosebleeds. I don't go to clubs. I don't date. I don't exist anywhere that matters. His hands clench in his lap. That's how you survive as an unbonded Omega. You make yourself nothing. The room absorbs his confession. Kale stops pacing. And today? Today I was delivering pastries from the bakery where I work mornings. Eren's voice drops. Your nephew wandered into the kitchen. Alone. Crying so hard he couldn't breathe. I couldn't just, he stops. Swallows. I couldn't walk past a scared child. Even if he belonged to people like you. People like us, Kane repeats softly. Meaning? Dangerous. Eren meets his gaze. Holds it even though his Omega instincts scream to lower his eyes. Powerful. The kind of people who take what they want and call it justified. Kale laughs. The sound is sharp. Surprised. You just accused the Blackthorn heirs of being tyrants, he says, while sitting in our home, surrounded by our security, with our nephew asleep in the next room because he refuses to calm down without you. His silver eyes gleam. Either you're suicidally brave or catastrophically stupid. I'm neither. Eren's voice hardens. I'm tired. I'm scared. And I'm not going to lie to you just because you have power. You asked a question. I answered it. Kane pushes off from the bar. He moves slowly. Deliberately. Stops directly in front of Eren. Close enough that Eren has to tilt his head back to maintain eye contact. Why did my nephew call you Papa? Kane asks. There it is. The real question. Eren's throat constricts. I don't know. Liar. I'm not. Eren stands. Needs to. Can't have this conversation while looking up. He told me his food smells wrong. That it always smells wrong. That no one believes him when he says it hurts his stomach. He asked if I could make it smell right. Kale goes still. What did you do? I made him toast. Eren's voice cracks. Plain toast with butter. And I sat with him while he ate. I held his hand. I told him I believed him. The twins exchange a look. Something passes between them. A conversation conducted in micro-expressions and shared history. Kane's jaw flexes. Who feeds Kyo? The staff, usually, Kale answers. His tone carefully neutral. Our sister-in-law oversees his care. She's been poisoning his food. Eren doesn't know where the words come from. But once they start, they won't stop. Not enough to kill him. Just enough to make eating painful. To make him refuse food. To make him difficult. His hands shake. I've seen it before. At the Omega shelter where I volunteered. Abusers do it to children they don't want. Slow torture disguised as picky eating. The temperature in the room drops 20 degrees. Kale's expression goes blank. The kind of empty that precedes violence. Kane's hands curl into fists. Explain, Kane says, how you know this? Eren meets his gaze. Because someone did it to me. The Omega's confession unlocks a darker truth. But in a house built on secrets, who decides which ones stay buried? The child wanted comfort. The Omega gave kindness. The Alphas discovered a crime. Now someone will pay, but will it be the guilty, or the one who dared to speak? Keep watching to see justice served cold. The confession hangs in the air like smoke after gunfire. Eren's chest heaves. He didn't mean to say it. Didn't mean to crack himself open in front of Alphas who could use every weakness as a weapon. But the words are out now. Irretrievable. Kane moves first. Not toward Eren. Toward the door. Lock down the estate, he orders into his phone. Voice flat. Emotionless. The kind of calm that makes experienced soldiers nervous. No one enters or leaves without my explicit authorization. Find my sister-in-law. Bring her to the North Wing. Alive. He ends the call. The click echoes. Kale's attention hasn't left Eren. His silver eyes track across the Omega's face like he's reading a language only he understands. "Who did it to you?" Kale asks quietly. Eren shakes his head. "It doesn't matter." "It matters." The Alpha's voice drops lower. "Dangerous. Someone hurt a child. You. And you think I won't care because you're not mine?" The possessive pronoun lands like a brand. "Mine." Eren's breath stutters. "I'm not anyone's." "Not yet," Kane says from across the room. He's watching them both now. Calculating. "But you triggered protective instincts in our nephew that we couldn't. You identified abuse we missed. You walked into a syndicate event and challenged us in front of 100 witnesses." His expression shifts. "You just became the most valuable Omega in this city." Ice floods Eren's veins. "I'm not." Glass shatters. The window behind Kale explodes inward. Shards spray across marble like crystal rain catching light as they fall. A bullet embeds itself in the wall 6 inches from Eren's head. Time fragments. Kale moves. Too fast for a human. He slams into Eren, bearing him to the floor as a second shot punches through the space where the Omega's chest had been. They hit the ground hard. Eren's skull cracks against marble. Stars burst across his vision. Kale's body covers his completely. Solid. Immovable. Radiating heat and alpha pheromones so thick Eren can taste them. "Stay down," Kale orders against his ear. "Don't move. Don't breathe loud. Don't." A third shot. Kane roars. The sound is inhuman. Primal. The kind of rage that strips away civilization and leaves only the alpha underneath, territorial, violent, designed to kill. He's across the room in 3 strides. Out the shattered window onto the balcony before Eren's brain processes the movement. Gunfire erupts. Not the controlled pop of a sniper rifle. The rapid staccato of automatic weapons. Security responding. Alphas protecting territory with lethal efficiency. Eren's ears ring. His Omega instincts scream submit, hide, make yourself small. Kale's weight presses him into the floor. Protective. Possessive. "They were waiting," Kale says. His voice vibrates through Eren's back. "Watching the penthouse. They knew you'd be here." Eren's heart slams against his ribs. "Who?" "Rivals. Enemies. Pick a syndicate." Kale's breath is hot against Eren's neck. "You walked out of that ballroom with us. Every alpha with territorial ambitions just painted a target on you. I didn't ask for this. You think that matters?" Kale shifts slightly. His hand cups the back of Eren's skull. Cradling. "You comforted a blackthorn heir in public. You became ours the moment Kyo called you Papa. Ours." The word settles over Eren like a collar. The gunfire stops. Silence rushes back in. Wrong. Too heavy. Kane reappears through the shattered window. Blood spatters his white shirt. None of it his. 2 shooters, he reports. His voice is steady despite the violence still humming beneath his skin. Vasiliev markings. They're sending a message. Kale's jaw tightens against Eren's shoulder. They failed. This time. Kane's gaze drops to where his twin covers the Omega like a shield. They'll try again. Every syndicate in the city now knows we have a weakness. Eren's stomach turns. I'm not. You are. Kane crouches beside them. His gold eyes lock onto Eren's. You're the Omega who can calm our heir. Who identified poison we missed. Who survived targeted assassination 30 seconds after entering our protection. His expression hardens. You just became the most dangerous piece on the board. And everyone knows it. From the next room, Kyo cries out in his sleep. All 3 of them freeze. The pup's distress sense seeps under the door. Fear. Nightmare. Searching for safety he can't find. Eren moves without thinking, shoving against Kale's weight. Let me up. Eren. He's scared. The Omega's voice cracks. I don't care about your syndicate politics or your territorial bullshit. That child needs. Kale releases him. Eren scrambles to his feet. His legs shake. His vision swims. He doesn't care. He crosses to the bedroom door. Opens it. Kyo sits up in the oversized bed, tears streaming down his round cheeks, small body trembling. Papa? His voice is so small. So broken. Eren's chest constricts. I'm here. He climbs onto the bed. Pulls the pup into his arms. Rocks him slowly while Kyo sobs into his shoulder. Behind him, the twins stand in the doorway. Watching. Learning. Realizing that they just witnessed an Omega choose a child's comfort over his own survival. And that changes everything. They tried to kill him. They failed. Now the Blackthorns will show the city what happens when you threaten what's theirs. Morning light cuts through the repaired windows like a blade. Eren sits in a chair beside Kyo's bed. He hasn't slept. Can't. Every sound makes him flinch. Every shadow could hide a threat. The pup sleeps curled against his side. One small hand fisted in Eren's hoodie. Even unconscious, he won't let go. The door opens. A woman enters. Late 30s. Designer suit. Hair pulled back so tight it must hurt. Her scent is expensive perfume layered over something bitter. Alpha female. Dominant. Territorial. She stops when she sees Eren. Her expression curdles. You. The word drips contempt. You're the Omega causing problems. Eren's spine straightens. I'm the Omega your nephew trusts. My nephew is a spoiled brat who throws tantrums for attention. She moves closer. Each step deliberate. Threatening. And you're an unbonded whore who saw an opportunity. Careful. Kale's voice cuts through the room like winter wind. He's in the doorway. Silent. Lethal. Finish that sentence and I'll finish you. The woman, Vivien Blackthorn, Eren realizes, turns. Her smile is sharp enough to draw blood. Kale. Still protecting strays, I see. Her gaze flicks to Eren. This Omega has been here less than 12 hours and already security is compromised. Assassination attempts. Resource allocation. All because a virgin Omega batted his eyes. All because, Kane interrupts from behind his twin, you've been poisoning your stepson. The room freezes. Vivien's expression doesn't change. Doesn't even flicker. That's a serious accusation. It's a confirmed fact. Kale steps inside. The door closes behind him with a soft click. We had the kitchens tested. Every meal prepared under your supervision contained trace amounts of hemlock. Not enough to kill. Just enough to cause nausea. Pain. Food aversion. You tortured a 3-year-old, Kane says softly, because you wanted him out of the inheritance line. Vivien's mask cracks. Just slightly. He's not blood. He's a mistake. His mother was a... Careful. Eren's voice cuts through her vitriol. He stands slowly. Kyo still sleeping against his chest. You're about to say something that reveals exactly what kind of monster you are. Vivien laughs. The sound is cold. Monster? Look around, Omega. We're all monsters here. I'm just honest about it. You starved a child, Eren says. His voice shakes. Not with fear. With fury. You made him afraid to eat. You convinced everyone he was difficult when he was poisoned. You're not honest. You're just cruel enough to think cruelty is the same as strength. The room goes silent. Vivien's eyes narrow. Remove this Omega from the estate. Now. No, Kyo whimpers. Everyone turns. The pup is awake. Eyes wide. Tears already forming. Papa stays, Kyo insists. His small voice trembling. Papa promised. I'm not your father, Vivien snaps. And this Omega is leaving. Security. The door opens. 2 alphas in black suits enter. Eren's heart stops. He backs up. Clutching Kyo tighter. Don't, he whispers. Please. Take the Omega to the West Wing, Vivien orders. Lock the door. The pup needs to learn. Kyo screams. The sound is primal. Terrified. He thrashes in Eren's arms, reaching back toward the Omega even as security moves forward. No. No. Papa. Papa, don't leave. 1 alpha grabs Eren's arm. Pain shoots through his shoulder. His sense spikes. Distress so thick it floods the room like smoke. Kyo convulses. His small body seizing. Eyes rolling back. Foam at the corners of his mouth. Stop. Kane's roar shakes the windows. Release the Omega. Now. Security drops Eren immediately. He collapses to his knees. Still holding Kyo. The pup gasping. Choking on his own terror. Breathe, baby, Eren whispers desperately. Papa's here. Papa's not leaving. I'm right here. But Kyo can't hear him. The pup's body goes rigid. Then limp. 5 seconds of silence. No breathing. No movement. Nothing. Eren's world stops. Kyo. He shakes the small body. Gentle. Frantic. Kyo, please. Please wake up. Please. Kane is already on the phone. Medical team. Now. Full trauma response. Kale drops beside Eren. His hands move across the pup's small chest. Checking vitals. Pulse. Airways. He's breathing, Kale says. Shallow. Pulse erratic. He's in shock. Eren can't stop shaking. Can't think. Can't process anything except the small, limp weight in his arms and the knowledge that this happened because of him. Because he dared to protect a child. Because he dared to exist somewhere he didn't belong. Vivien stands frozen. Face pale. Realizing what she's done. Kane looks at her. The expression in his eyes is death. You just killed yourself, he says quietly. You know that, right? Paramedics flood the room. They try to take Kyo. Eren won't let go. Can't. Until Kale's hand settles on his shoulder. Gentle. Grounding. Let them help him, Kale murmurs. Trust us. Eren's arms loosen. The medical team lifts Kyo onto a stretcher. Oxygen mask. 4 lines. Monitoring equipment beeping urgently. They rush out. Eren kneels on the floor. Empty. Shaking. Kane crosses to Vivien. You have 60 seconds, he says, to leave this estate. After that, I will personally ensure you never hurt another child. Ever. Again. She runs. The door slams behind her. Kale helps Eren to his feet. The Omega's legs won't hold him. He collapses against the Alpha's chest. I broke him, Eren whispers. I tried to help and I broke him. No. Kale's arms tighten. She broke him. You just loved him enough to show us the damage. The pup collapsed. The Omega shattered. Now the Alphas face a choice, power or protection. They can't have both. The hospital private wing smells like antiseptic and alpha anxiety. Eren sits beside Kyo's bed. The pup is stable now. Sedated. Tiny chest rising and falling beneath white sheets. Alive. But damaged in ways medicine can't fix. The twins stand near the window. They've been silent for 20 minutes. Just watching. Breathing. Recalibrating. Kane speaks first. We didn't know. His voice is rough. Raw. About the poisoning. About the emotional abuse. We didn't. You didn't look, Eren interrupts quietly. Both alphas turn. Eren doesn't lift his gaze from Kyo's sleeping face. You were too busy running an empire. Managing territories. Eliminating threats. You didn't notice a child in your own home was dying slowly because no one cared enough to see him. The words land like physical blows. Kale's jaw flexes. That's not fair. Eren looks up. His eyes are dry. Too dry. Past tears. You're right. It's not fair. But it's true. He stands slowly. Moves toward them. I'm a nobody. I work 3 jobs to afford an apartment that has mold in the bathroom. I've been invisible my entire life. And I saw what you missed in 30 seconds. Kane's hands curl into fists. We trusted family. You trusted convenience. Eren's voice hardens. Vivien raised him because it was easier than finding real care. You let her have control because confronting family dysfunction was messier than syndicate politics. You prioritized everything except the one thing that should have mattered most. And what's that? Kale's voice is dangerously soft. Him. Eren points at Kyo. A child. A baby who needed adults to protect him. Not use him as a chess piece in inheritance games. Not ignore his suffering because acknowledging it meant admitting failure. His chest heaves. You're powerful. You're rich. You're feared. And none of that stopped a woman from torturing your nephew for months while you did nothing. The silence is crushing. Kane's expression cracks. Actually cracks. The marble mask fracturing to show something raw underneath. You're right, he says. Eren blinks. What? You're right. Kane crosses to him. Stops close enough that Eren has to tilt his head back. We failed him. We were so focused on external threats we missed the one inside our home. We let power blind us to the pain happening in front of our faces. Kale moves beside his twin. We don't deserve your forgiveness. Or his. His silver eyes lock onto Eren's. But we're asking anyway. Eren stares at them. I don't. We want to do better, Kane continues. We want to protect him properly. Give him safety. Real safety. Not the kind enforced by guns and money. The kind that comes from people who actually give a damn. You want me to stay? Eren's voice is hollow. To be his emotional support Omega while you play syndicate games. No. Kale's hand lifts. Hesitates. Falls without touching. We want you to stay because you're the only person who saw him as more than an obligation. Because you risked your life for a child you just met. Because, his voice drops. Because you make us want to be better than what we are. Eren's breath catches. I'm not a miracle worker, he whispers. I'm just an Omega who knows what it's like to be invisible. Then be visible with us, Kane says. Teach us how to see what matters. Show us how to be the kind of alphas who deserve a pup's trust. Tears burn Eren's eyes. And if I say no? 4 seconds of silence. Kale steps back. Then we let you go. No threats. No coercion. We'll arrange care for Kyo. We'll deal with Vivien. His voice roughens. We'll learn to live with being the alphas who lost the best thing that ever walked into our lives because we didn't know how to ask instead of demand. Eren's chest constricts. He looks at Kyo. Small. Fragile. Still fighting even in sleep. I'll stay, he whispers. But not as property. Not as a solution. I stay as, he swallows. As someone you choose to listen to. Someone whose no's matter as much as their yes. Deal, both twins say simultaneously. And for the first time since this nightmare began, Eren feels something that might be hope. The confession broke them open. Now they have to prove words mean more than power. Can alphas built on dominance learn to earn instead of take? The Blackthorn Estate's north wing is silent. Too silent. Eren walks between the twins through hallways that smell like expensive wood and old violence. His heart hammers against his ribs. You don't have to watch, Kale says quietly. Eren shakes his head. If I'm staying, I need to understand what justice looks like in your world. They reach a door. Reinforced steel. Soundproofed. Kane opens it. Inside, Vivien sits in a chair. Hands bound. Face bruised. She looks up as they enter, expression defiant despite the blood at the corner of her mouth. Come to gloat, she spits. Eren steps forward before the twins can respond. He stops directly in front of her. I came to make sure you understand, Eren says softly, what you did. Vivien laughs. Bitter. I tried to manage a problem child. You poisoned him. Eren's voice doesn't rise. Doesn't need to. You made a 3-year-old afraid to eat. You convinced everyone he was difficult when he was dying. You tortured a baby for months because he stood between you and money. He's not even real Blackthorn blood. Eren slaps her. The crack echoes in the small room. Both twins freeze. Eren's hand shakes. He's never hit anyone in his life. Never wanted to. Until now. His blood doesn't matter, Eren says. His voice trembles with fury. His worth isn't determined by genetics or inheritance. He's a child. A baby who needed love and got poison instead. Tears burn his eyes. I know what that feels like. To be unwanted. To be treated like a burden. To wonder if you're the problem when everyone around you keeps hurting you. Vivien's expression flickers. Fear. Real fear. I survived it, Eren continues. Barely. By making myself invisible. By accepting that I didn't matter. He leans closer. But Kyo won't have to do that. Because I will spend every day making sure he knows he's loved. Wanted. Worth protecting. Everything you tried to take from him. He straightens. Turns to the twins. I'm done. Whatever you do to her, I don't need to see it. Just make sure she can never hurt another child. Kane nods. Already arranged. She'll be transferred to a facility that specializes in high-risk criminals. Isolated. Monitored. She'll never touch another pup. Ever, Kale adds. His voice is iron. Eren walks to the door. Stops. Looks back. You failed him once, he says to the twins. Don't fail him again by becoming like her. Justice isn't about revenge. It's about making sure the damage stops. He leaves. The door closes behind him. Inside, Vivien stares at the twins. You're letting an Omega dictate terms, she sneers. Kane smiles. No warmth. Just teeth. We're listening to someone who understands what matters, he corrects. Something you never learned. Kale's phone buzzes. He checks it. His expression shifts. Vasilyev's syndicate just requested negotiation, he reports. They're backing off. Seems word got out about how we handled internal threats. Other syndicates are watching. Kane's smile widens. Good. Let them see what happens when you threaten a blackthorn. Or anyone under our protection. They leave Vivien in the locked room. Justice will come. Slow. Legal. Permanent. But first, they have a pup to wake up. And an Omega who just taught them that real power isn't about dominance. It's about choosing who deserves your protection and actually following through. The villain is contained. The threats are retreating. Now comes the hard part, learning to live in a world where love matters more than fear. 3 weeks later. The Grand Meridian Hotel hosts another Blackthorn event. Smaller this time. Private. Eren stands near the windows in clothes that actually fit. Nothing expensive. Nothing designed to impress. Just clean jeans and a soft sweater that Kyo picked out because Papa looks nice in blue. The pup sits at the table. Actually sits. No tears. No refusal. A plate of food arranged simply. Toast. Fruit. Nothing complicated. Nothing that smells wrong anymore. Kyo takes a bite. Chews carefully. Swallows. Then looks up at Eren with the biggest smile. It tastes good, Papa. Eren's chest constricts. He crosses to the table. Kneels beside the chair. I'm so proud of you, baby. Kyo throws his arms around Eren's neck. I'm proud of Papa too. Papa's brave. Around them, the room full of syndicate elites watches. But this time, the attention doesn't feel like a trap. It feels like witness. Kane stands near the bar. His posture relaxed. Guard down. He catches Eren's gaze across the room and inclines his head. Respect. Acknowledgement. Equal to equal. Kale approaches the table. He's holding a folder. He sets it down carefully. What's this? Eren asks. Official guardianship papers, Kale explains. We're naming you Kyo's primary caregiver. Full legal authority. Medical decisions. Educational choices. Everything. His silver eyes are steady. Serious. We're not taking him from you. We're asking you to let us help raise him. Together. Eren's breath catches. I'm just an Omega. You're the person he chose, Kane says, joining them. The person who saw him when we were blind. The person who taught us that power means nothing if you don't use it to protect what matters. He crouches beside Eren. Eye level. You're not just an Omega. You're his Papa. And if you'll have us, his voice drops lower. Vulnerable. You could be ours too. Eren stares at him. At Kale. At the twins who 3 weeks ago held all the power and now kneel before him asking permission. I don't do bonds lightly, Eren whispers. We know, Kale says. We're not asking for a bond. Not yet. We're asking for time. For trust. For the chance to prove we meant what we said. He extends his hand. Palm up. Offering. Stay with us. Not as obligation. Not as convenience. Stay because you want to. Because we make you feel safe enough to be seen. Eren's hand trembles as he reaches out. Their fingers touch. No claiming bite. No bond mark. No magical instant connection. Just 3 people choosing each other. Slowly. Carefully. With intention instead of instinct. Kyo bounces in his chair. Papa's staying. Papa's staying forever. Eren laughs. The sound is wet. Shaky. Real. Maybe not forever, he says, ruffling the pup's hair. But definitely for today. Kale's smile is soft. Today is enough. Kane squeezes Eren's hand gently. We'll earn tomorrow. Outside the windows, the city spreads beneath them. Millions of lives. Millions of stories. And in this room, 3 broken people and 1 brave child learn that family isn't about blood or bonds. It's about choosing to stay when staying is hard. It's about seeing someone and saying you matter. It's about a pup who refused to eat until someone showed him what love tastes like. Kyo takes another bite of food. Eren watches him with tears in his eyes. The twins stand on either side. Protective. Present. Learning. And for the first time in any of their lives, they feel like they're finally home. 2 months after the hotel incident, Eren wakes to small fingers poking his cheek. Papa. Papa, wake up. The sun is here. He blinks against morning light filtering through curtains that cost more than his old apartment's yearly rent. Kyo's face hovers inches away, brown eyes bright with excitement. What time is it? Eren mumbles. Morning time. Kyo bounces on the bed. Uncle Kane says we're going to the park. The one with the big swings. Can we go? Please, please, please? Eren's heart squeezes. 3 months ago, this pup wouldn't eat. Wouldn't smile. Wouldn't trust anyone enough to ask for things he wanted. Now he bounces like any normal child. Let me get dressed, Eren says softly. Then we'll ask your uncles if they're ready. Kyo squeals and launches himself off the bed, dinosaur pajamas flapping as he runs toward the door. I'm gonna tell them Papa said yes. The door slams. Eren sits up slowly. His room in the Blackthorn estate is bigger than anywhere he's ever lived. Private bathroom. Walk-in closet. Windows overlooking gardens that look painted. He still can't believe this is real. A knock interrupts his thoughts. Come in, Eren calls. Kale enters carrying a tray. Coffee. Toast. Fresh fruit arranged simply, the way Eren showed the kitchen staff to prepare Kyo's meals. Thought you might want breakfast before the pup drags you outside, Kale says. He sets the tray on the bedside table. His movements careful. Respectful of space. They've been careful for weeks. Both twins. No unwanted touches. No commands disguised as suggestions. Just presence. Partnership. It's unsettling how much Eren has started to crave it. Thank you, Eren murmurs. He reaches for the coffee. Their fingers brush. The contact sparks. Not magical. Not supernatural. Just warmth where there's been cold for too long. Kale's breath catches. Eren. Don't. Eren pulls back. Not harsh. Protective. Don't say whatever you're thinking. Not yet. Why not? Because I'm still learning how to be wanted without waiting for the cost. Eren's voice drops. Everyone who ever claimed to care had conditions. Debts. Expectations I couldn't meet. He swallows. I need time to believe this is different. Kale sits on the edge of the bed. Keeping distance. What would help? The question surprises Eren. What? What would make you feel safer? More certain? Kale's silver eyes are steady. Sincere. We want this to work. We want you. But not at the cost of your peace. So tell us. What do you need? Eren's chest constricts. I need you to keep doing exactly what you're doing. Keep asking instead of taking. Keep respecting my numbers. Keep letting me be angry or scared without punishing me for it. Done. It won't always be easy, Eren warns. I'm going to test you. Push boundaries. Run when things feel too good because good things don't last in my experience. Then we'll catch you, Kale says simply. And we'll keep catching you until you stop needing to run. Tears burn Eren's eyes. Before he can respond, Kyo crashes back through the door. Papa. Uncle Kane says yes, but we have to leave now before the park gets too crowded, and he says I can bring my dinosaur. And Uncle Kale, can you push me on the swings, the really high ones that make my tummy feel funny? The moment breaks. Kale stands, smiling at his nephew. I can do that. Kyo grabs Eren's hand. Pulls. Come on, Papa. Today is a good day. Eren follows. Looking back once at Kale. The alpha watches him with expression that promises patience. Time. Whatever Eren needs. And for the first time in his life, Eren thinks maybe, just maybe, he might learn what it feels like to be chosen without conditions. Trust isn't built in moments. It's built in mornings. In small choices. In alphas who ask instead of demand. And Eren is finally learning what that feels like. The park is perfect. Autumn leaves crunch under their feet. Children's laughter echoes across playgrounds. The air smells like cinnamon and approaching winter. Kyo runs ahead, chasing a butterfly with single-minded determination. Eren walks between the twins. Not touching. But close enough that their presence feels like a shield. He's healing, Kane observes quietly. Eren nods. Physically, yes. Emotionally, that takes longer. What about you? Kale asks. The question lands softly. Eren considers lying. Decides against it. I still wake up expecting this to be temporary, he admits. Like I'll blink and be back in my studio apartment with 3 alarm clocks and a landlord who doesn't fix the heat. That's not going to happen, Kane says. You don't know that. I do. Kane stops walking. Turns to face Eren directly. Because I've had our legal team draft documents that make you financially independent. Irrevocable trust fund. Property in your name. Resources that exist whether you stay with us or not. Eren's breath catches. Why would you? Because you need to know you're choosing us, Kale explains. Not staying because you're trapped. Not complying because you're scared. Choosing. Freely. That's Eren's voice cracks. That's insane. You barely know me. We know enough, Kane says. We know you sacrificed your safety for our nephew. We know you challenged us when we were wrong. We know you're still here despite every reason to run. His gold eyes soften. That's all we need to know. Eren opens his mouth to respond. A scream cuts through the park. Kyo's scream. All 3 adults move simultaneously. Sprinting toward the playground. Eren's heart stops when he sees them. 3 alphas. Unknown. Surrounding Kyo. The pup backed against the slide, small body shaking, tears streaming. One alpha reaches for him. Kane gets there first. The alpha flies backward. Literally. Kane's punch lifts him off his feet and sends him crashing into the dirt 6 feet away. Kale moves like water. Smooth. Lethal. He has the second alpha in a chokehold before the man can blink. The third alpha raises his hands. We weren't, we just wanted. You just wanted to threaten a child, Eren says. He's somehow gotten between the alphas and Kyo, arms spread wide despite having no combat training, no supernatural strength, nothing except desperate courage. Back. Off. The alpha's eyes widen. You're the Omega. The one who. Touch him, Kane interrupts, voice deadly soft, and they'll never find your body. Security floods the area. Blackthorn enforcers in civilian clothes, moving through the crowd like ghosts until 12 armed alphas surround the playground. The 3 strangers are dragged away. Silence falls. Eren drops to his knees. Opens his arms. Kyo crashes into him, sobbing. They said I'm not real family, they said Papa would leave when he found out I'm broken. Stop. Eren's voice is fierce. He cups Kyo's tear-streaked face. Listen to me. You are not broken. You are not less than. You are loved. Wanted. Mine. His voice cracks. Those men were wrong. They were cruel. They don't get to decide your worth. Promise? Kyo hiccups. Promise. Kyo buries his face in Eren's shoulder. The twins stand watch. Protective. Furious. But it's Eren that Kyo clings to. Eren who makes him feel safe. Later, back at the estate, Kane pulls Eren aside. This won't stop, he says quietly. Enemies will keep trying to use you. Use Kyo. Exploit any weakness they can find. Eren's jaw sets. Then we make sure they fail. Every time. Kane's expression shifts. Surprise. Respect. Something deeper. You're not running, he observes. I'm done running, Eren says. This is my family now. I protect what's mine. The word hangs between them. Mine. And Kane realizes the Omega finally claimed them back. The world tried to break them again. Failed again. Because family isn't about blood, it's about who you fight for when everything goes dark. 3 months into their arrangement. The estate's private library smells like old books and alpha pheromones, a combination Eren has started to associate with safety instead of threat. He sits curled in an oversized chair, reading while Kyo naps upstairs. The pup still has nightmares. Still wakes crying. But less often now. Healing happens in increments. Footsteps approach. Eren looks up. Both twins enter together. Their expressions serious. Purposeful. Eren's stomach tightens. What happened? Nothing bad, Kale says quickly. He pulls up a chair. Sits. We want to talk about the future. Specifically, Kane adds, taking the seat across from Eren, about what you want. Long term. Eren closes his book slowly. What do you mean? You've been with us for months, Kale begins. You've become essential to Kyo's healing. To this household. He pauses. To us. Kane leans forward. We want to make this permanent. Official. But not through a traditional bond. Eren's breath catches. What are you suggesting? Partnership, Kale says. Legal. Binding. But consensual. You remain unbonded. Keep your autonomy. Your ability to leave if you choose. His silver eyes are intense. But gain all the protections, resources, and authority that comes with being recognized as ours. I don't understand, Eren whispers. We're asking you to marry us, Kane says bluntly. Legal marriage. No claiming bite. No biological bond. Just legal commitment that says you're family. Protected. Ours, but only because you choose to be. The room spins. Eren's hands shake. People don't do that. Alphas don't marry without bonding. It's unconventional, Kale agrees. But so is everything about this situation. We're not conventional alphas. You're not a conventional Omega. Kyo isn't a conventional pup. Why should our family follow conventional rules? What about Eren swallows hard? What about your reputations? Syndicate politics? Other alphas will think you're weak for not claiming me properly. Let them, Kane says simply. Our strength isn't measured by how tightly we control you. It's measured by how fiercely we protect your right to choose us. Every day. Freely. Tears burn Eren's eyes. You're serious. Completely, both twins say simultaneously. Eren stands abruptly. Paces. His mind races with possibilities, consequences, fears. I need time, he says finally. Take all the time you need, Kale responds immediately. But know this, Kane adds, standing as well. Whether you say yes or no, you're still Kyo's papa. Still welcome here. Still protected. Nothing changes except what you want to change. Eren turns to face them. These alphas who came into his life like a hurricane and somehow became the calm center of his world. Why, he asks. Voice breaking. Why do you want this so badly? Kale crosses to him slowly. Stops close enough that Eren can feel his body heat. Because you make me want to be better than I am, Kale says softly. Because you really see us, and somehow don't run. Because I wake up every morning grateful you're still here. Kane joins them. Because loving you is the easiest thing I've ever done. And I want to spend whatever time you'll give me proving I'm worth loving back. Eren's chest heaves. I don't know how to, I've never. Then learn with us, Kale murmurs. We're all figuring this out together. A sound from the doorway. Kyo stands there, clutching his dinosaur, eyes wide. Are you gonna be my real papa? The pup asks. Forever papa? Eren's heart breaks open. He looks at Kyo. At the twins. At the family he never expected and somehow can't imagine living without. Can I think about it? He asks. Not because I don't want to. Because I want to be sure I'm choosing for the right reasons. That's all we ask, Kane says. Kyo runs forward. Hugs Eren's legs. Papa can think as long as he wants. I'm patient. Eren laughs through tears. Picks up the pup. Holds him close. Over Kyo's head, he meets the twins' gazes. And sees patience. Understanding. Love that doesn't demand immediate answers. Maybe, Eren thinks, this is what forever could look like. They offered marriage without chains. Love without possession. And Eren finally understands that real power is choosing to stay, not being forced to. 1 week later. Eren stands in front of the bathroom mirror, staring at his reflection. He looks different. Healthier. The hollows under his eyes have filled in. His skin glows. He's gained weight, the good kind, from regular meals and not constantly running on empty. He looks like someone who's been cared for. The realization terrifies him. A knock on his bedroom door. Eren? Kale's voice. We have dinner ready whenever you're. I have an answer. The words tumble out before Eren can stop them. Silence. Then, can I come in? Yes. The door opens. Kale enters alone. His expression carefully neutral, but Eren can see the tension in his shoulders. You don't have to tell me now, Kale says gently. If you need more time. I've been ready for 3 days, Eren interrupts. I've just been scared to say it out loud. Kale goes still. Say what? Eren turns from the mirror. Faces the alpha directly. Yes, he says. Voice steady despite his racing heart. I'll marry you. Both of you. He swallows. I'll be your partner. Kyo's legal parent. Your family. Officially. The silence stretches for 3 heartbeats. Then Kale closes the distance between them. Slowly. Giving Eren time to retreat. Eren doesn't. Kale's hands cup his face with devastating gentleness. You're sure? Terrified, Eren admits. But sure. Why? Kale's thumb brushes across Eren's cheekbone. What changed? Eren's eyes sting. I realized I was more scared of leaving than staying. More scared of losing you, Kyo, than I am of being hurt. You've had 100 chances to break my trust. You haven't taken any of them. His voice drops to a whisper. I want to build something permanent. With you. Kale's forehead drops to Eren's. They breathe the same air. I love you, Kale says. Raw. Honest. I'm in love with you. Have been since you challenged Kane in that ballroom. I wanted to tell you sooner but I needed time to believe it was real, Eren finishes. I know. And that's why, he pulls back slightly. Meets Kale's gaze. That's why I love you too. Both of you. You gave me time when you wanted to claim. Space when you wanted to possess. You let me find my own way to you instead of dragging me. Kale's breath shudders. Can I kiss you? The question makes Eren's heart swell. Yes, he whispers. Kale's lips are soft against his. Questioning. Careful. Not demanding. Just connecting. Eren melts into it. The kiss stays gentle. No urgency. No desperation. Just two people finally admitting what's been building for months. When they break apart, Eren is crying. Happy tears, he clarifies quickly. I didn't know it could be like this. Soft. Patient. Real. It will always be real with us, Kale promises. Now come on. We need to tell Kane before Kyo ruins the surprise. Wait, Kyo knows? Kale laughs. The pup has been planning your wedding for a week. He has sketches. Eren. Detailed sketches involving dinosaurs and cake. Eren laughs through his tears. Of course he does. They walk downstairs together. Hand in hand. Kane is in the dining room with Kyo. Both look up as Eren and Kale enter. Eren takes a breath. I said yes, he announces. Kyo-screams. Pure joy. He launches himself off his chair and runs full speed at Eren. Eren catches him. Spins him around. Laughing as the pup babbles about flowers and rings and Papa being forever Papa now. Kane crosses to them slowly. His gold eyes are suspiciously bright. You sure? He asks Eren quietly. Completely. Kane's smile is the most beautiful thing Eren has ever seen. Then let's make this official, Kane says. He pulls a small box from his pocket. Opens it. Inside, a simple silver ring. No diamonds. No ostentation. Just elegant metal engraved with 3 names. Kane. Kale. Eren. Kyo helped design it, Kane explains. He said Papa needs to know he's part of the family. Always. Eren can't speak. Kale slides the ring onto his finger. It fits perfectly. They asked. He answered. Now 3 broken alphas and 1 brave omega begin the hardest journey, building forever one day at a time. 6 months later. The ceremony is small. No massive ballroom. No hundreds of witnesses. Just close family, the kind you choose, not inherit, gathered in the estate's garden under string lights that make the evening glow golden. Eren stands between the twins wearing a simple suit that Kyo insisted made him look like a prince but not the boring kind. The pup sits in the front row, clutching his ring-bearer pillow like a trophy, grinning so wide his face might split. The officiant, a kind beta woman who specializes in unconventional unions, speaks about love that defies tradition. About family built on choice instead of obligation. About 3 people brave enough to write their own rules. Do you, Kane and Kale Blackthorn, take Eren Vale as your legal partner? To protect without possessing? To love without claiming? To build a life based on consent, respect, and freely given affection? We do, both twins say simultaneously. The officiant turns to Eren. And do you, Eren Vale, take Kane and Kale Blackthorn as your legal partners? To trust when trust is hard? To stay when staying is scary? To build a family based on choice renewed every single day? Eren's voice is steady. I do. Rings are exchanged. Simple silver bands that match Eren's. No claiming bite breaks the air. No biological bond snaps into place. Just 3 people promising to choose each other. Every day. For as long as they all shall live. I now pronounce you legally bound partners, the officiant declares. You may. Kyo interrupts. Kiss. You have to kiss. That's the rule. Laughter ripples through the small gathering. Eren flushes. Looks at the twins. They're both smiling. Soft. Genuine. Kale cups Eren's face. Kisses him gently. Sweetly. Kane follows. His kiss is deeper but still respectful. Still asking. When they break apart, Kyo is literally vibrating with excitement. Now can I call you daddy instead of uncle, the pup demands. The twins blink. Look at each other. At Eren. What do you think, Papa? Kane asks softly. Eren's heart overflows. I think our son just made an excellent point. Our son. The words settle over all of them like a blessing. Kyo shrieks and runs forward. The twins catch him. Lift him between them. All three kiss the pup's face until he's giggling so hard he can't breathe. Eren watches them. His family. His choice. His home. Later, after cake and dancing and Kyo finally falling asleep clutching his dinosaur and wearing his fancy suit, Eren stands on the balcony looking at the city lights. Two sets of arms wrap around him from behind. Regrets? Kale murmurs against his ear. Not even one, Eren says honestly. Scared? Kane asks from his other side. Terrified, Eren admits. But the good kind. The kind that means something matters enough to be scary. We'll protect you, both twins say together. Eren smiles. Turns in their arms so he can see both their faces. I know. And I'll protect you right back. That's what family does. They stand there. Three people who found each other in crisis and chose each other in peace. Three people who proved that love doesn't need biology to be real. That family doesn't need bonds to be permanent. That sometimes the bravest thing you can do is let yourself be chosen and choose them back. Inside, Kyo sleeps peacefully. Federal safe. Loved. No nightmares. No fear. Just a pup who knows, without doubt, that his papa is forever. That his daddies will protect him. That his family is unbreakable because they built it on truth instead of dominance. Eren tilts his face up. Lets the twins kiss him under the stars. And thinks, this is what home feels like. Not a place. Not a bond. Not possession. Just people who see you really see you and stay anyway. Tomorrow will bring challenges. Threats. The world will keep testing them. But tonight? Tonight they celebrate the family they chose. The love they earned. The forever they're building one brave choice at a time. And in the morning, when Kyo wakes them up demanding dinosaur-shaped pancakes, they'll face it together. All four of them. A family. Finally. Kyo starts kindergarten wearing his dinosaur backpack and zero fear. When asked to draw his family, he draws four figures holding hands. Two tall ones labeled Daddy Kane and Daddy Kale. One medium one labeled Papa Eren. And one small one, him, right in the center where he belongs. The teacher asks if he's happy. Kyo grins. My papa says happiness is choosing people who choose you back. I chose the best family in the whole world. The teacher smiles. She has no idea the child in front of her survived poisoning, emotional abuse, and assassination attempts. She just sees a healthy, joyful pup who knows he's loved. And really, that's all that matters. Back at the estate, Eren reads the note Kyo's teacher sent home. Your son is thriving. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. He shows it to the twins. Kane pulls him close. We did that. Together. Kale kisses his temple. Best decision we ever made was listening to you. Eren leans into them both. Best decision I ever made was staying. Outside, the city continues. Dangerous. Complicated. Full of people who would still try to use them if given the chance. But inside these walls? Inside, there's only love. Choice. Family. And a spoiled pup who once refused to eat until a stranger showed him what safety tastes like. Now that pup eats everything. Laughs freely. Loves openly. Because he learned from the best. From a papa who chose him when no one else did. And two daddies who learned that real power isn't taking. It's giving someone the freedom to stay. The true end. Some stories end with bonds. This one ends with choice. And that makes all the difference. Thank you for reading. May you find your own family, the kind you choose with your whole heart.